All right, y'all, this is the last breakdown for the New York Liberty Game 5 is tonight. Here are some of the things I saw in Game 4. So, again, just going back to reading our offensive options correctly, we got Niara Sabally in the paint here being guarded by Kayla McBride. Now, Stewie has already spaced out, so she should see this option. Instead of Niara just calling for the post up here against a much smaller and weaker Kayla McBride, she runs out to the three-point line. Stewie settles for a pull-up three. Fortunately, we get the ball back off the offensive rebound for the easy two. But again, this just comes back to reading the easy options. Now, this is why I advocated for our defense to pick up the Minnesota Lynx at the perimeter instead of guarding them at half, three-quarter, and full court, because what we can do when we guard on the three-point line is take away some of their spacing. So here, Fee is setting a screen on Betnijah Laney. Courtney Williams is coming off of it. But if you look at the Lynx's spacing, nobody is open right now. So this gives Jonquel Jones the flexibility to step up the lane line and help on this contest because Alana Smith is on the wing and Bridget Carlton is basically overlapping the same space. So these are some of the options you have when you're able to shrink the floor. Now, Courtney Williams hits this shot, but this could easily be heavily contested by Jonquel Jones. Sabrina Ionescu, keep your dribble alive. Courtney Williams is here in the corner off of Leonie Fibish. She's going to be reluctant to leave. So basically, you have an open lane to the hoop. Bridget Carlton cannot get back in front of you unless you pick up your dribble. So here Sabrina takes one dribble from the three-point line and picks up the ball again. This should be 2 or 3 hard dribbles to the paint. That way Bridget Carlton can't recover. Now Bridget Carlton can get back into the play. Easy contest, bad shot. Basic defensive fundamentals. I don't know how many times I've been over this in my videos with the New York Liberty. Betnijah Laney Hamilton, we do not help one pass away. The most you can do in this situation is stunt at Kayla McBride and then go back to Bridget Carlton. We should not be planting in front of Kayla McBride because now Bridget Carlton is open for 3. Again, these are my concerns with Sabrina Ionescu's offensive IQ, but we're on a breakaway layup, right? We only have Courtney Williams in front of us. We check our peripheral once. We cross half court, and we're looking sideways again. Sabrina Ionescu, look at the hoop. You have a 1v1. It's a 1v1 fast break. Look at the hoop. Even on a fast break, Sabrina is turning to look sideways. Now, the pocket pass here is the perfect read by Sabrina. But what Sabrina has to recognize here is I can't just throw this pass just because I recognize the pocket pass will be open, right? We have to be reading the situation. So here Fee steps up. Niara set the screen on Kayla McBride. So we have to wait a little for Niara to detach from the screen so we can lead her with the pass. If we pass it horizontally while Niara is going vertically, it's going to result in a turnover, which it does. Now here, Sabrina almost gets her defensive rotation right. Almost gets it right. Here she's fronting the post against Fee. Perfect because we have lob side help from Stewie. Now the ball rotates back up. Now it's Sabrina's job to get to the open man. Instead of sprinting to the open man, Sabrina jogs. Now the open man is Zandalicini. She's probably going to shoot this whether Sabrina is there or not. But our job is to run Zandalicini off the three-point line. Jogging does not help with that. Now, right off the bat, there are a couple things wrong with this play. Sabrina clearly sees Kayla McBride go over the screen and decides to go under it. That's our first red flag. Secondly, JJ is guarding Nafisa Collier at the top of the key. Nafisa has the foot speed to beat us off the dribble, so we should not be playing defense with our hands out. So now the play goes, Nafisa beats JJ off the dribble. She can probably take this option if she wants to, but JJ gets back into the play, is able to cause Fee to pick the ball up. Stewie decides to help one pass away off Alana Smith, open 3. Once again, this is almost perfect defensive rotation. Almost. Betnijah Laney Hamilton deters this pass to Alana Smith because Stewie is helping. Perfect. So we have a perfect stunt and recover. The ball swings to Bridget Carlton. We want to make sure that our closeout is sound here. We want to close out to space before we close out to the shooter. Betnijah Laney closes out too high. Easy blow by for Bridget Carlton. Here comes Bridget Carlton in help side. Sab makes the perfect read, throws this to Jonquel Jones. Now, Jonquel Jones, please just give Leonie Fibish a regular chest pass. With a regular pass, this is a wide open 3. Instead, JJ gives another one of her signature shuttle bounce passes. Bridget Carlton is able to get back into the play. We get the layup out of this, but again, we just gave up an open shot for a contested one. Now, this just comes back to defensive IQ, but again, this can be coached. Here, Courtney Williams catches the ball late shot clock at the top of the key, but Nyjah Hamilton does a great job of moving her feet, staying in front of Courtney Williams, causes her to stumble a little bit with the ball. Now, Courtney Williams resets. As a defender, you have to reset as well. So what Nyjah Hamilton should be doing right here is just squaring her defensive stance up and getting ready to play more defense. Instead, Nyjah Hamilton steps uphill, Courtney Williams steps downhill, easy blow by for Courtney Williams. Now, this play really sums up how the New York Liberty just give away free points, and it really has nothing to do with the Minnesota Lynx' offense. So here, first red flag, Courtney Vandersloot leans into the screen and gets beaten off the dribble by Courtney Williams. Now, the help is supposed to come from Leonie Phoebus here, which she does. She steps up, but Nyjah Sabally helps one pass away again. So what would be her rotation to Alana Smith here in the corner ends up being a wide open three for Smith because Nyjah Sabally helped one pass away. Now, if Nyjah Sabally was there on Alana Smith, now you can play scramble defense with Sloot coming to pick up Xanda Lacini, and that's how you get out of a tough defensive rotation. Now, Stewie has been doing this for the past couple of games, and I'm not sure why it hasn't been called out yet. But again, this is just another example of how the New York Liberty give up free points. So here, Kayla McBride comes off of the screen, but Nyjah gets caught up. JJ is there to pick up Kayla McBride. Stewie has been ball watching the entire possession. So now look, easy backdoor cut by Dorka Juhas for an open layup. If Stewie was just on her matchup, that doesn't happen. Once again, this is all about understanding defensive fundamentals. There's a double screen action happening at the top of the key here. So one, Breanna Stewart should be happy about that because she doesn't have to cover on the other side of this. If she had to cover anyone, she would probably be picking up Napheesa Collier, who's dead in front of her. But here, Courtney Williams comes off of this. Stewie steps up for, I don't know why, wide open layup for Alana Smith. Again, this comes back to defensive fundamentals. We force Fee to pick up the ball and we decide to bring a double team. Okay, cool. Sabrina Ionescu, go find your next pass and stop ball watching. Now, Leonie Phoebus and Breanna Stewart, we have to make sure that Napheesa Collier does not split the double team. Napheesa Collier ends up splitting the double team, finds a cross-court pass, wide open three, Bridget Carlton.